Hi, I'm Darryn Farrugia and welcome. So in this lesson I want to talk about the Texas Shuffle or the two-handed shuffle, and it's really an independence exercise, and every now and then I'm going to upload these independence exercises for you to practice. I've also done a video on how to practice an independence exercise, so I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description below. So what is a shuffle? A shuffle is a rhythm that is based on a triplet subdivision, and it's basically the first and third note of every triplet. So if I play that for you on the hi-hat with my right hand, we have this. 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. The shuffle was basically the rhythm of rock and roll in the 1950s. So the earliest version of the shuffle was basically a swing beat. Ding, ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding on the ride cymbal, with the addition of the snare drum backbeat on beats 2 and 4, and the bass drum was either playing quarter notes or 1 and 3, let's say. So a sort of an approximate version of a 1950s rock and roll beat, the sort of thing you would have heard in songs like See You Later Alligator, Shake, Rattle and Roll by Bill Haley and the Comets, Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. Sounded something like this. So listen out to the ride cymbal. The ride cymbal is playing the jazz ride cymbal pattern. 1, 2, 3. So any of those early Elvis Presley songs, Buddy Holly, Bill Haley and the Comets, possibly some Little Richard as well, employed that beat. Anyway, fast forward a number of years to when I was a 15-year-old taking lessons, and my drum teacher taught me a bunch of shuffles, including this two-handed shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I was a little older, I found out that this could also be referred to as a Texas shuffle, or more specifically, playing quarter notes on the ride cymbal. So anyway, the key to this particular shuffle is the fact that the snare drum is actually playing the shuffle in this fashion. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I was 18 years old, I watched this Steve Gadd video called Up Close. And when I was 18 years old, which was a long time ago, the only copy that I could see in Australia was a copy of a copy of a copy. You know, the picture quality was quite bad. In that video, anyway, Steve Gadd plays this shuffle, and it blew my mind, and I wanted to be able to play it. Now, the version that Steve Gadd plays has quarter notes on the ride cymbal, and Steve Gadd is actually dead sticking that ride cymbal pattern. So when I say dead sticking, rather than allowing the stick to bounce off the cymbal, he's actually putting the stick into the cymbal and shortening the sustain, kind of like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you listen to that in context with the other parts of the kit, you know, the hi-hat, the bass drum and the snare drum, it sounds pretty cool, and it really gives that groove this real driving forward momentum. Have a listen to this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Another variation that I like to play on the ride cymbal is the swing beat. So I'm playing the shuffle with the left hand, and I'm playing a swing ride cymbal pattern with my right hand. That'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That pattern works well in some big band tunes that I've had the opportunity to play. It manages to retain the swing feel, but if I want to fatten up that shuffle, having that left hand shuffle really drives that along. So essentially there are three patterns that we can play on the ride cymbal here. There's the right hand playing the shuffle along with the left hand. There's the swing pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there are the quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in terms of developing independence with the bass drum, we can take any of those three ostinatos, in this case being the ride cymbal, snare drum, and hi-hat foot, and read the syncopation exercise from Ted Reed's book, Progressive Steps to Syncopation exercise 1, on the bass drum. So I'm going to play the first 8 bars of the syncopation exercise on the bass drum while I play one of those variations. In this case, I'll play the variation where I'm playing the shuffle with the right hand and the left hand. And that would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do the same thing again now, but playing the swing pattern on the ride cymbal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, here's a variation playing the quarter notes on the ride cymbal with the syncopation exercise on the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so one of the challenges of playing this type of shuffle, where you've got the shuffle with the left hand, is making sure that the right hand and left hand are playing together in unison. So there's different unisons depending on the pattern that you're playing on the ride cymbal. And so it's good to have a little bit of independence between the two hands. So here's an exercise that I came up with that's quite challenging, at least it was challenging for me. What I'm going to do is set up an ostinato between my snare drum, bass drum, and hi-hat. So my hi-hat's going to play quarter notes. I'll probably splash those because I've been doing that throughout this video. I'm going to play the shuffle with the left hand on the snare drum, and my bass drum's going to play quarter notes. It's my right hand that's going to read the syncopation exercise this time. And this is a really great exercise for giving you some independence between the right hand and the left hand. So again, I'm going to play the first 8 bars of this just as an example. Feel free to do the whole exercise when you're practicing this at home, but I'm just going to do the first 8 bars. So my right hand is now playing the syncopation exercise on the right cymbal. So what I'll do is I'll set up 2 bars of the ostinato up front, and then I'll add the ride cymbal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that exercise is a tough one to practice, but it's a great exercise for developing hand-to-hand independence while playing the quarter notes with the feet. Now, if you want to get fancy with this, you can try different foot patterns. So I'm going to have a crack at playing the bass drum on beat 1 and the and of 2. So basically, it's kind of like that Charleston beat. So my feet are going to be doing this now. That's a hard one, but worth practicing. And again, you know, it's just a great challenge for your coordination and independence. Also, I'll leave a link to a PDF that you can download that accompanies this video in the description below. Well, that's it. So I hope you have a clearer understanding of what type of shuffle this is, and certainly different ways to develop independence and those different ride cymbal patterns, etc., against that left hand. There are other variations on all of this, so I might share those with you in a future video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. And if you enjoyed it, then give it the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell so that you know when I've uploaded a video, which is every week. So until next week, have a great week, and see you all soon. Bye.